Hello, everybody, and welcome to Z1 Randomizer on this Friday evening. Hope you're all doing well and having a great start to the weekend. Boy, have we got an interesting matchup for you here on the channel in week 2 of the Swiss of the 2025 Winter Tournament. We will have on the left the screen of Fred Coughlin. On the right, we will have the screen of Leslie Pro 04. This is a 1-0 matchup in the Swiss rounds. Both these competitors won their race in week 1, so the winner of this race is going to be 2-0. I'm bbq.gov, one half of the comms team for you this evening. Malkier's doing tracking, and Smilefires is restreaming this. Big ups to both of them, and I get to be joined in the booth by Diesel Pilot. Diesel, how are you this evening?
I'm having a great night, BBQ. It's a wonderful Friday. I'm here doing some Zelda matchups, and I am looking at the, I might need to look at something else because I'm looking at the preview screen and I see on my other screen that the race is actually already going. They are starting out near the desert.
They sure are. And a small secret of 4 rupees. That's not a great start.
Oh, yeah, that's not really going to get you much at all. That will get you just enough to know that there is something lacking in your wallet. Not even worth picking up, I think. So, and we got a little bit of a divergence. Looks like Wesley's going to go check out the forest while Fred's just going to go check out towards the Lost Hills, it looks like, doing the screen scrolls.
All right, and we're going to get a look here in a second at the coast item. This cave here on the coast gives us affordable-ish meat. Meanwhile, Fred is going to go...
Oh my, did you see the coast item?
Oh, hello, silver arrows. Those seem relevant.
Yes, that might be helpful. That might mean the ladder is hard required. And looks like Fred found the cam dole at 51 rupees. So he looks like he marked that, and 68 cheap key too. So we'll probably see that come up later, depending on whether or not we can find an any key or lots of door locks.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some paper for Leslie. Both our runners now are going to retrace each other's steps here in the east. Trying to find. We're going to get an instant answer here on Fred's side about what takes to get into level 9.
6 units, according to that Poll's voice.
All right. Well, so if you're not familiar with the flags, or for those who are not familiar with the flags of this particular event, to gain entry into level 9, it's a variable requirement. Anywhere between 5 and 8 Triforces will be required. It's a 25% chance of 5, 6, 7, or 8. We find any roads on both sides, one of which takes you up to the top of the waterfall. So in this case, we need 6 out of 8 Triforces to get into 9.
At top of the waterfall looked like one of them was over near just south of Death Armos, and the other 2, I think, were still in the forest. So not bad. And Fred picked up the recorder at Death Armos. He is making some moves, and so did Leslie, I believe.
I think you're right. So the good news here, so obviously both our runners are going to be looking for the wood sword or some kind of offensive implement that they can use. But because this is a mixed first quest overworld, that means 11 spots have the potential to be opened up by virtue of playing the recorder. Fred's checking the desert now for these 3. What first one he checked did not open. This one he's checking now also does not open.
And you'll also probably notice that the runners, as they do their recorder checks, since at this point they don't have any Triforces, that also means that the tornado won't appear. So they're going to wait a moment to see if the stairs appear, because otherwise really isn't much of a difference between playing the recorder on a screen that doesn't have the stairs versus does. So Leslie finds level 9 and learns the truth of the 6 Triforces being required, and is going to make his moves. Meanwhile, looks like Leslie's going to go up to the recorder by Vanilla 2.
Yeah, of the recorder checks that you need to do, this is one of the most annoying because it's out of the way. You have to go through 2 screens you don't want to. Is this one anything? No, it's just Potion Shop.
I do like, though, that both of them are doing the strategy of pressing the advantage. They got the recorder. They know that there's a possibility that they could actually get a significant advantage that their opponent wouldn't have if they can do the tooting at the right spots. So it's I love the strategy, and I love seeing it work. Fred attempting, it looks like, to do the HUD clip, but got bopped by a rock. So it's going to go back to the start.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but in a way, it actually is going to work out because it's going to send him instead in the direction he's going to pull off that screen scroll right there to get across the river. do another screen scroll, and get to the grave and do these 6 open checks that he can do here.
So, just thinking of the metagame type stuff here, he knew that he had, of course, he knew that he was down to half a heart. Do you think there's a chance that he thought, I'm just going to stand here and take the hit and death warp?
I suppose it's possible, but I think it's one of those things where if you end up getting killed, well, then you have a plan B. I don't know that he wanted to do that. There's a pointy stick for Leslie.
Yeah, and actually, I think you're right, because he obviously had not picked up those other checks in that area, so Leslie coming out with a nice advantage early on in the game.
Yeah, that'll help him once he finds levels like 3 that he could dig. And the concern, if you're rooting for Fred, is that he might last location that spot that in the vanilla game is the letter cave. So instead, Fred's gone in 2 rooms, gotten a heart container out of a stair, and found he is blocked. So out he goes.
I'm looking at our chat. Kirby Fan 9000 had pointed out, because we were not able to, because we don't actually have the game audio for our runners where we're listening to it at the moment. Immediate roar in level 9 on the lobby screen, or I guess the foyer screen. I guess it would be, not the lobby, but
wow. I mean, that is very enticing if you're the runners. Fred's going to use his money now. He's not going to wait for a candle. He's going to buy bombs, and given where on the map he is, I kind of like this.
Yeah, load up with 8 bombs at 15 apiece, not bad at all, and start making an early Death Mountain play.
Yeah, and the nice thing that he'll be able to do, because he has the recorder here, is he'll be able to check these 2 push block spots here in the grave, but then he'll be able to go south and check the recorder spot that's in the grave and the one that's right to the west of the Lost Hills, or the Lost Woods, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a very good point. That can be an orphaned spot really easily if you don't have the recorder, and so he and Leslie will both be able to do that when they get into that area.
Or you could also just find level 8 and start digging in with no ability to do anything other than grab a compass.
Really? So he did go and up A on that rupee boss screen. I wonder if he's going to save scum money, or if he just...
Yeah, given that the price of the candle is 51, I would be very tempted to do exactly that. Do these checks here on the far western side of the map, and then up A, get your candle, and at least you have some offense.
Yeah. It's really putting the meta to the game there, and thinking about it deeply. So, which is not... We wouldn't expect anything less from somebody like Fred, who's been... Well, he invented the game, so he knows the rules.
He's only been playing... This is the 10th anniversary of Z1 Randomizer, and he's only been playing it for 10 years. So that's pretty good, in my view. And the good news is, because you really only need the 51, in this case he'll get 59. This takes you, what, a minute? Entirely worth it if the end result is you get basically a free candle.
Right. Yeah, not having to worry about door repairs taking your money while you're marching around Hyrule trying to find the candles. That's a great deal.
Yeah. On Leslie's side, so Fred did not have bombs at the time when he was screen scrolling over to the grave, but Leslie did, and bombed the Forgotten spot, and has found a Take Any Heart at the Forgotten spot.
And looks like Fred did exactly what you said. He got up to 59 rupees and decided to start making progress in this level 8, and has discovered that the red... Oh, nice hit. The red Dark Nuts don't go down to 1 bomb, but they are going down to 2 bombs. Unfortunately, this room is not going to drop an item. He's going to have to make some other progress, but the hello Oh yeah, we already saw the compass, so we knew that was going to be a Triforce room.
Yeah, and that's probably why Fred was willing to spend the bombs. So Fred first on the board with a Triforce in 8. I imagine because he has Recorder, he can come back anytime. He's going to bail. Meanwhile, Leslie's found level 5 on his side and is very willingly deciding to dig it. There's the candle for Fred, and Fred's the first on the board with a fiery implement.
Not a bad situation at all. Now at 8 rupees, going to come back down to the Recorder spot and finds that it just causes the tornado to come. He's going to go probably start... Yeah, he's going for the Deadwoods.
Yeah, and to follow up on the point you made earlier, when you have no Triforces and you blow the recorder, you have to wait a minute to see if it actually opens anything up. Now that Fred has the Triforce out of 8, he can blow the recorder, hit his B button, and if he sees a tornado immediately, out he goes. So minor time save, but you do that enough times, eventually it'll add up. That's 5 hearts on Leslie's side, by the way. Finding another heart there at the top of Eastern Death Mountain.
5 hearts, of course, being a very good position to be in because the white sword item is going to be locked, depending on the seed, to being between 4 and 6 hearts required to pick it up. And you never know what it's going to be until you actually go in and try to pick it up and succeed. Or not succeed.
that too. Leslie skipped the toot spot in Eastern DM. He's gonna. Oh, we have a Sesame Street large secret. That is 1, 2, 3 up just west of Spectacle Rock.
I like it. Sesame Street large secret, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I think he's definitely making a beeline for his candle spot that he has marked. And I wonder if, yeah, he'd have enough also to pick up a key. I wonder if he'll pick up a key as well.
See that, and that's one of the interesting things about this flag set is you can save money if you want. You don't see a lot of runners buy blue rings, and one of the reasons why is because the hints are helpful. Once you have there's the candle purchase for Leslie, and up A continues. But having money once you get book enables you to get, if you find both hint shops, 6 useful hints. Well, useful in quotation marks, because sometimes they'll tell you what you need to know. And here are 3 of them on Leslie's side. But you need the book in order to get them.
So obviously he's not going to go and do this now because he knows that they'll just say nothing new. They'll say exactly what they've been saying all day, which is don't forget to mark your notebooks. But
yeah,
and he does it.
And we've all made the mistake of, speaking of the book, there it is on Frentside, and it's available at 4.
Oh my. So that's sound by start, right in the south central part of our map, and yeah, 4 was enough to pick it up, and shape happens.
Well, it definitely does. So simultaneous key finds by our runners. Fred, took a beam to the side of the rib cage. Finds the book near Vanilla Start. Leslie's found 2 on Candle Row. Leslie's in the neighborhood of this. If he can get a bomb, an additional bomb pack, he's very likely to find that white sword item as soon as he's done at level 2.
So in addition to the 5 and 8 in the helpful hints, but the book is required, the other really interesting flag that's with this flag set is a new one actually we're debuting with this tournament, which is that the hearts, while they're not shuffled like the traditional heart shuffle, they are shuffled. Well, the items will swap between whether or not which one is in the stairs and which one's on the floor. So our hearts, if you see a heart or you may see a heart in the stairs, but there will often be the item on the floor, unless the other item is, of course, the coast heart that just happened to shuffle into that place.
Yeah, which can happen, but you're not going to know until you see a double heart dungeon. Leslie trying to avoid getting Beamos to death in this Wallmaster room, which is a challenge. Gonna up A here and get his health back, as Fred is gonna find the hint shop here.
Now, the Beamos room is an absolutely brutal room to try to do the Wallmasters in, because you got the Beamos just absolutely pulverizing you from the sides while you're trying to stay up against the wall. And there's always going to be 2 on any side that you're trying to stay up against, and they just shoot right down a straight line at you, keeping you from spawning. Hints on
Fred's side. Wrapped in 2, banana in 1.
Glad you interrupted me on that conversation, because that was reach useful, and step over the water to reach the magic key, meaning that our magic key or any key is going to have at least 1 path in the dungeon that it resides in that will be blocked by a ladder, a Chevy room, or long moat, or the small chance it could be one of the 2 dungeons that is ladder blocked
along the river. That's exactly
along
right.
the river. Yes.
So Fred is armed with useful information. Leslie's going to get the news here eventually that the raft is in here. along with our container. He's trying to kill that shoot room. He may end up having to go up and around.
Yeah, I don't recall this. The shoot room in 3 will almost always drop, but I don't remember if it ever drops in 2 or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's a vertical shoot room in Second Quest 2 that usually has something just sitting on the floor, but this, I'm afraid, is not that. There's the heart container for Leslie if he can avoid getting bopped.
Nicely done. And then the ladder in this dungeon in 2 will also be on the floor. Or the raft, I'm sorry, not the ladder.
Yeah. Oh, they're both made of wood. They're both made of both things. There's the take any for Fred that he sees. He's gonna up a retry out of this. And there's the raft for Leslie. Then again, didn't necessarily want to pick that up, but did. Interesting that Fred is going to save that take any in place at this point. But the more I think about it, there's the Tringle for 2 for Leslie. Fred may be saving that for a potion. He doesn't need it for White Sword item because he's already got it.
And Fred is, of course, the quality of runner player in general. As you can tell by his style here, he's 15 minutes in. He's got a Triforce, and he's still doing some major progress with his exploration, and he still doesn't even have a sword.
Yeah. So Fred is one of these runners who has definitely played swordless a time or 12. So being without a sword on the overworld here does not scare him in the least.
For me, it would be no, I'm reloading a seed for Fred. It's it's Tuesday.
Now, interesting that as Fred has found the large secret, and Leslie decided to buy a potion with his money right by start, which I kind of like.
Definitely a Coke night with the 50-something price for that one.
Okay, and good news for Fred. He is making his way back towards the northeast corner. We know that's where his sword is. He just needs to... Oh, that bop was not great. He just needs to not die on the way up, and he should be able to... He's going to check this first. But he should be able to get his... Oh, there's the other hints for Fred.
Oh, yeah. So we got... Boomerang, magic boomerang in 3.
Right, we have the Furk in 3.
The bow in 8.
Ooh, okay. Well, Fred's definitely going back to 8 after getting the Triforce, and the raft is useless.
And Leslie, very timely, taking the raft and getting, well, at least there's some decent money.
That'll definitely buy you a hint once you have the book. Fred, go up, Fred. Oh, is he going to try and bomb this spot first?
That's what it looks like. Oh, no! That Octorok snuck up from behind.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he continued there. He had just spent the money on the hints, so he could have retried.
That's true. I don't remember what else he did before that, though.
I don't know. Did he pick up that 5th heart on the same try, though? I guess that would be the question.
Oh, yeah, no, I think you're right. I think he may
have. And I think Leslie just missed the 5th bush. That candle looked like it was squarely on the 4th bush.
Yeah. I've never done that. I don't know anyone who... No, of course, we've all misaligned that, or the bombs on the river. Or, yeah. It's very easy to get that one just off a little bit.
That's actually why I always bomb right in the middle. Or burn right in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, nice. Buffer was clipped by Fred using the candle in 7, which is over by first quest level 2, to get past that Goma, and unfortunately just find a transport.
Transport, let's see. Yep, creepy empty room, alright. And of course, Fred's still on... Wow. Okay, Fred is still on swordless and remembers to check his push block to see if this is segmented or not.
It is
maybe,
not.
But it is loaded with power bracelet.
Now that could be significant. We have not seen 1, 4, or 6 yet. So that opens up in a mixed quest overworld a whole bunch of spots.
4 guaranteed and 3 possibles, right?
Yeah. If you're Fred, given that you don't have a sword yet, do you consider bailing at this point, or are you just hoping against hope that maybe you clear this room and maybe you get the Triforce and can be done in here forever?
Yeah, this is, he's got no bombs. Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, I think he's making the right call here. You need a sword if you're going to do anything exciting in there. And you may not even need that Triforce. You only need 6. So,
or red candle.
Yeah, red candle would work too. There's paper for Fred.
That is one thing I remember about the ABNS tournament was if people got red candle, it was, okay, hey, we're rolling. Let's go.
Repeatable offense is awesome whenever you can get it. Well, there's their arrow prices. So that's interesting that Fred's going to buy the arrows. I guess what else you can spend your money on if you've gotten all 6 hints and you haven't seen a bomb upgrade yet?
Yeah, Did he just pick up a potion? But if he didn't, he's only 2 rupees away from red, so... There's our Oscar Mayer meet.
Fred gets a look at the coast. I wonder if he didn't see that before, if that's the first time he's looking at the coast. Oh, and chat making a good point. As yeah, one of the reasons that you would buy, and I am typically a proponent of buying wood arrows, early in the season if you have the money and you have the freedom. One of the reasons is Fred knows where Bo is, so he may not have to wait for the ladder in order to get white sword level offense with the bow.
Hey, he is definitely going back to this orphaned spot that he's missed out. He will soon be with a pointy stick.
Will he burn the Pole's voice? No, he's in too much of a...
And nobody ain't got time for that.
All right, southwest corner for Leslie just yields a potion shop.
So, won't be going back there, but he has not been able to clear or check that bomb spot either, so...
Yeah, both are runners at 0 bombs. This is interesting. If I was in Leslie's position, I would, I knew where Book was and I could save scum hints. I would be tempted to buy bomb upgrades. It seems to be the only thing we can't get right now.
Yeah, he's going to do these checks over here on the eastern side of the map. I would expect that he maybe makes, let's see, probably clears up. He doesn't have the power bracelet yet, but he'll probably clear up anything else that he has remaining over here that he can get. And then that would sound like a very good next option. Is go ahead, get your hints, and oh, hi, 8. Hello, 8 again.
Yeah, and Leslie, Leslie does not know that the bow's in here, but with a sword and with 6 hearts, I would not be surprised if he decides to dig out everything, as Fred has found level 1.
Well, this is where fortunes can be won or lost as well, depending on how cooperative level 1 decides to be.
Fred making an interesting choice, spending that key right there in the hopes that he'll be able to do something. Unfortunately, you need another key if you're going to go north.
Our Zols are kind enough to go down to 1 hit. And that room was kind enough to give us another key, so nice.
It is nice when you go into one and one just decides to freely give you keys. That just feels like you're cheating the game, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And that position on that compass, just a few spots underneath the O, tells me that this is a very segmented one.
Yeah, I think you're right. And this is something that, for folks who have been watching a lot of the tournament races so far, because of the, there's been a discussion in the Discord about, oh, hello, 8. That is what the kids call a thick boy.
Yes, it is.
Ugh. But to just close the thought there, one of the reasons, folks have noticed that we seem to be getting a lot of segmented dungeons in this flag set, and one of the reasons for that could be that the one of the flags that is on is that the start room in every dungeon has to be on the bottom row. So in order to fit the levels into as Fred gets cornered there by Blue Wizzies. In order to fit everything into the 16 by 8 grid, the shapes randomizer often can feel like it has to break stuff up, break levels up in order to make everything fit. Which, if you like shapes, is great entertainment.
And if you like stairs, it's wonderful too.
It is. Okay, there's the Triforce for Leslie. So Leslie's on the board, taking a 2 Triforce to 1 lead. Will be interesting to see. He does not have the knowledge about the bow, but we'll be interested to see, he has none of the 3 items, whether he goes back in and digs this.
Looks like he is going to go ahead and go on in.
Okay.
So that is of course, as you mentioned, 8 is rather chunky. I'm not like some folks who can just look at these things and in a few seconds say, oh yeah, it's 38 rooms, but yeah, it's a lot of rooms.
You called it. I think it is 38 rooms. That's a very good guess then. If that was just a guess, that's a very good guess on your part.
Oh wow. Okay.
It actually is. You need to go buy a lottery ticket tonight if you can.
Wow. Sweet. I was just hoping that I was close.
Yeah, no, you were exactly on it. Oh, Fred toasted banana.
Fred.
We have baked Alaska in level 1. I'm afraid.
Baked Alaska.
No, no, that's not the. What's the one with the you set on fire that has like bananas? Bananas Foster, maybe. Is that what it is? I'm not a banana person, so this is like you might as well be asking me what ancient Greek is.
Yeah, this is a whole new cultural experience for me. So.
Well, I don't know if it's a good cultural experience, but because I don't like bananas. But okay. Chat's telling us yes, it's Bananas Foster. Apparently, we have some banana fans in chat.
All right.
IRL
Glad to meet you. Fred's grabbed his 1 Triforce and is tied up the Triforce count now.
And he may be key blocked out of the other items.
That's
in 1.
Yeah, that's we're called Fananas. Okay, well, good to meet you, Fananas.
Bananas. Oh wow. Okay. Chat's on one tonight, apparently.
Old Naners never go right. And you know what? You guys do your thing. Have fun.
All right, Leslie's found 1 item here. He's found what could be the dungeon heart. It might be the coast heart. We don't know. We know there's a bow in here by virtue of the hints that Fred got. But Fred instead is going into 2, going to try and clean these up. He knows he needs 6 Triforces, and 2's about as easy a Triforce as any.
And true with 2, and also fewer keys most likely as well for some reason.
That's a good point. If he can pick up a couple of key or 2s, he's grabbed the Triforce out of 2. He also knows because of hints that the raft is in here, and got the hint that the raft is useless. So
yeah, so he's he already knows. No need on running any further.
Okay, good news for Leslie. That correct. Fred burned the correct bush, and that didn't happen.
Yes. I was so worried that was going to pop open and then have something important.
Yeah, and again, that's the type of thing that's happened to everybody. We've all mismarked something. We've all thought we checked a spot, but we're 1 pixel or 1 half tile off, and then we spend 30 minutes looking for something. It happens to everybody, but thankfully it didn't here.
And then a DNF.
Yeah, well, DNFing would not be fun here, but
send the seed over to what hey, I think we got a bug here, and they say no, you just you just missed something obvious.
Yeah, you just mismarked something. Sorry. Okay, Fred is prioritizing now. You mentioned earlier about prioritizing the flute checks once you get the flute. He is prioritizing routing in these push block checks now that he has the power bracelet out of 7. So that's good.
Which is another great way to press your advantage. And he definitely is at this point pressing his advantage. And I really hope Leslie doesn't press the B button right now. Oh, wait, He's at half a heart. He would intend to.
Yeah, he needs to be careful here. He doesn't want to have to backtrack here. He's double checking his map to see what he's missing. He hasn't seen this room to the right here, surprisingly.
And
Get it.
yeah.
Did not want to risk getting bopped, and I can't say I blame him. Given how cheap potions are, though, and the fact that you have a ton of money, I'd seriously consider drinking one here just to stay alive.
He is, he's not making any progress, and he's stuck. He is going to drink it so that he can sword beam down these gels.
Yeah,
and,
well, that's good for him in that it gets him out of the room, or it gets him healthy, but yeah, he'd have to up an A otherwise.
He has seen that room before, though, so I've got to figure that was either that he couldn't have wanted to do that intentionally. He might have just been one room off.
Yeah, that is entirely possible. Boy, back-to-back blue Dark Knight rooms for Leslie.
Yeah,
Going
and one of them being in the Beamos room.
Yeah, not my idea of a good time. We're waiting for Fred to come back from commercial break. Here's a stair for Leslie. I don't think we've seen this, so this may be our second stair item. It is. Oh, hello, Red Candle.
Nice. We'll not turn that down. We're looking for a bow, which does mean that our bow will be a floor item. And those two Dark Knight rooms are going to start to look depressingly problematic.
Yeah, I'm not loving life now if I know I have to dig a floor item out of here and I'm staring at that combat. Yeah, I think Leslie's going to do the thing. See if he can get around. See if he can avoid having to clear the... Well, this is better? Question mark?
You might be able to... well, we know that the Vires go down with a bomb, right?
I think that's right.
I think we've seen that. And so he took down two of the Wall Masters. Maybe they'll come back.
Okay, one of them came back. One thing. He wants that heart, definitely.
Alright. Not bad so far. Might be able to bomb down that Vire if that's an option. Hey, one of the other Dark Nuts went down. We're making progress.
Slowly but surely. And while Fred is in commercial break, we're being told by chat that Fred has found the other item in one, and it's the ladder.
Okay, that, of course, is a huge deal.
That is 100% required if you want those silver arrows off the coast. So we'll be able to confirm that here in a minute once Rick is back from Adtown. Unfortunately, these red Dark Knights look like they've rolled up just a skosh.
I think it might have been the last seed that I was watching where it rolled up to 5. But, well, let's see. He's hit it 3 times. 4, yeah, 5. Oh, yeah. So they're at 6, which is their max health. Yeah, and one of our professors in chat confirming, yeah, it is 6.
Yeah.
And Fred has 1, 2, and 8 Triforces.
Okay, so this room is actually not terrible for Leslie. If he can carefully handle the combat here with these 2 blue Dark Nuts, he'll be perfectly safe from that 3rd blue Dark Nut up top. It might be a bit time-consuming, but if this is the room that drops the bow, he's going to be thrilled.
Yeah, and it would drop the bow on the south side of the moat, so that would be wonderful news for him. And he can... Oh, yeah. Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Okay, and there's confirmation, if we didn't already have it, that Fred has the ladder because he's able to pick up those silver arrows. And now Leslie can sword down or bomb down this blue Dark Nut, and we'll get our answer here in a second.
Oh, wait. It's going to open up the... Oh, no, that just means it can't be the push block. Yeah. But it was a key.
All right, so Leslie 2 bombed. Oh, he has to sword this guy down again.
Yeah.
Because one of the things he killed was Vire.
Yep.
But this should be better, as Fred has found level 3 on his side. But he's going to make quick work of these small dungeons. Oh, no, he's back in 3. I'm sorry. He knew where 3 was.
And let's see, I'm a little surprised to see him Oh, has he already checked this stair? Maybe. 'Cause he was just
Yeah,
kind of.
that was a
Yeah.
heart container in the stair, and then he
Okay.
was in here without a sword and was unable to do anything in that back room.
All right. You just picked up a key in that room.
So he is looking. He's looking for some. Or no, he knows what the item is in here because of the hints. This is the magic
Oh.
boomerang on the floor here. Yeah, I don't think he wants.
So, yep. So he's just going in here for one of his 6 Triforces, which small dungeon. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows
Play
where
it.
Bo is. He knows where Silvers are, and he has ladder. Really, the only and he has all the overworld blocking things. So, in
Yeah.
terms of knowledge, he's basically in go mode. But as Leslie is finding, this bow on the floor is very difficult to locate.
Yeah, and yeah, 3 is a shape.
Ooh boy, that is a what in the world? Oh, Fred burning the other boomerang. Some people will be sad about that. What in the world is that shape? I have no idea what it is. I want to say it's like a frog trying to do a karate kick, but I could be wrong. Okay, Leslie's out of 8. Did he just oh, okay. Chad is saying that I missed it because I was trying to piece through
Oh,
the karate kicking frog, but apparently the bow was just on the floor and Leslie was able to pick it up.
nice.
So now
So,
Leslie just needs the ladder, and which is in 1, and level location. So the fact that Fred is in basically no mode, Leslie's not far behind him. So we still have a race here.
yeah. And 8 wasn't that big, but there was still a lot of dark nuts in dropping rooms that could be a distraction. So let's see how much of a distraction they serve as Fred goes in and tries to take him down. Please, Fred, don't hug the landmollas. They're not your friend.
You know, he's being very deliberate, and was able to get both of them killed. The Landmos, one thing I've learned about them is that the Landmos kind of behave like they have predator vision, in the sense if you set up shop in one spot and don't move, they will kind of tend to stall out and hang out in one specific part of the map, which is great if you have ranged offense of some form. But once you start running scared and trying to avoid them, that's when they start to pursue you.
Like, oh, hey, look, there goes the meat. And Leslie's now in 3.
Okay, so 4 Triforces for Fred. Interesting that Fred is headed up to West DM to try to clear this out. He knows that Bo is in 8. And I would be, now that I have Silvers, I would be very tempted to go back in there and try to dig that out. Even though you only have Wood Sword and 6 Hearts.
Looking at our important items here, and no important items are allowed in 9, but it looks like we have already identified the location of most all of our important items, actually. Yeah. Bow, ladder, raft, recorder.
Yeah.
They said
Red
they're
Ring
all
would be
accounted
nice, but we haven't seen that. Fred's found 6 up. I assume that's up on Western DM. Which, you know, he didn't know where 4 or 6 were, so you need 6 Triforces, and this is as good as anything, I guess.
Oh, yeah. If it gets you what you need when what you need is Triforce, go ahead and take it. Leslie did pick up his 8th heart container in level 3, and he's making his moves. I think if he goes to the left here, he'll find the magic boomerang.
Yeah, will he burn it like Fred? I don't know. And ooh, Fred is finding nasty blue Wizrobe combat here, and yeah, he doesn't need this Triforce, and he's like, nope, pass. Chat's also telling us that that we may have seen a hint in a cave or in a dungeon that 4 may be up on Death Mountain, so that may be the other reason why Fred is digging Western DM.
Yeah, so chat, yeah, Gleok, there's the Gleok Returns, which is 8, and then the Gleok Lurks is 4. So there's 2 hints that say Gleok, but yeah, one of them is 4, the other's 8.
Yep, exactly right. So Fred has found 4 now, as well as 6, and now we know the location of all our dungeons. And oh hi, instant Triforce. Well, that's pretty cool.
So that leaves, let's see, he's got 5 Triforces, 5, 6, and 7. We know he's not going to go back to 6 unless he's got no other choice.
Yeah, and the fact that he's fluting here tends to indicate to me that he at least knows where. Oh, he's fluting back to 8. Yeah, nope, this is the absolute right play. I love this. It's going to take him a little bit, but he will definitely find it. I don't think Fred knows where 5 is. I think Leslie found that. And I don't remember if Fred knows where 7 is in the Eastern Forest.
All right, so Darknut combat awaits for our runners, at least for Fred. And, oh, he's got the ladder, so that clock is going to be quite helpful instead of just frustrating.
And a very efficient and effective kill there by Fred of that room. Gonna do the spiky check here. Leslie is continuing in this 3. I wonder if he's looking for the heart container.
He picked up the heart container. He probably just hasn't seen the boomerang yet.
Oh, okay. Was it in this room, maybe?
No. It was. I thought it was in the second E, down, partway down. So, like.
Oh, okay. That would.
Yeah, at the bottom of the. Yeah, at the bottom of the crossbar thing in the second E, and he. Oh no! Now he's going to go after this 4-headed Gleeok.
Yeah, and I understand why he's doing it, but you can do this. It's going to take 28 swings to get this guy down, and you can only get hit twice. So Leslie's good enough combat-wise that he can pull this off, but it's a lot of work.
And he has equipped that potion already, so he can get a few more bops after the second hit. Which, there he goes.
Not taking a chance there. Fred finds a stair. That's the heart container. He's going to pass on it.
It's got enough health, even without Red Ring.
Yeah, Fred and Scytown and some other very experienced runners are of the mindset that once they're comfortable beating this game on wood sword if they have to. So, not interested in chasing mags at this point. Whereas Leslie already has 8 hearts, and given the other dungeons he's yet to find, he might want to do that.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, there it is. That room right there.
Ruby boss. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they both decided to toast the banana, so at least we have some consistency.
After taking down the Gleeok and all the other work, finding it hidden by a rupee boss, and
you're right. All that hard work killing that 4-headed Gleeok. You burned a potion, and then it was just sitting on the floor. Well, darn it. But 3 Triforces on the board for Leslie, which 42 minutes in is not bad given all the things that all the map coverage that he's gotten so far. But Fred's ahead right now, but not out of reach. As Leslie's going to go back into 5.
Not out of reach, but it is. I'd say it's not a comfortable lead, but it is definitely something that he's going to press his advantage, of course. So.
Yep, and Fred just got the news by virtue of seeing the red candle in the stair that he's looking for the bow on the floor, which is not probably what he wanted to hear, but good luck.
And Leslie, having just burned the boomerang instead of picking it up, now can't pick up the bomb pack. Yeah,
boy, not finding level 1 yet is... might end up being a significant thing, and one being in a weird spot there at the waterfall. That's a spot that's easy for a lot of runners to last location. I know I'm guilty of it sometimes. So, did these orange Wizrobes roll up too? Ew.
Hard to tell since they keep on ducking around.
Meanwhile, Fred is employing some safety strats here. Clipped himself onto the block here in the double block room. And going to take on these blue dark nuts that way as best as he can.
Do always love safety strats like that kind of cheese the clipping ability of the game in new and interesting ways, call it. And at this point, Leslie finds what is to him going to be a ladder block on the wrong side of that right side moat.
Well, but that may be a good thing for him in that he's going to head east here, and this may force him in the direction of the Lost Hills. And if that's the case, he's going to find one and find the ladder, which will help him a lot.
Yeah, so, Professor, there was a boomerang in 3 hidden by a Ruby boss that Leslie already decided he didn't need. Fred decided he didn't need it either, so...
Yeah, I can hear the air quotes when you say hidden.
It was hidden. It was a very difficult fight that he had to fight.
He
didn't have to fight. He fought a very difficult fight, and then he found it just laying on the floor, practically.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you don't need your toughest battles. Sometimes you just need battles you can win. Leslie's found 6 up in Western DM, and even if you can't do anything at 5, I kind of get sticking your head in here, seeing what you can do.
And 6 is full of these red Gurias that go down to 1 hit, so...
Ooh, and
since they drop bombs.
This could, in terms of enemy set, this could be great for Leslie. If he gets something like some sort of a damage upgrade or defense, like Red Ring or White Sword, that could really help him close the gap here.
And Fred getting the clocks for... getting his clocks for free and making use of them here.
Leslie's got to be careful. This room is absolutely terrible, but he's going to be able to make it up.
Okay, had no hits left to give either. Oh, he's going to go for that key door.
Yeah, the good news in a spiral staircase room, when you have blue wizrobes in a spiral staircase room, is you can get them locked in certain patterns that make them much easier to get around. But that's if they decide to behave, and they will respond to how Link moves in some ways. So if you can get them where you want them, then that's great. But that's easier said than done.
And Fred is putting on a candle clinic now, or Leslie was just putting on a candle clinic. Fred had been doing it as well earlier.
Leslie gets popped by the traps. That's the downside of not having a ladder.
Yeah, nowhere to go there.
Red Dark that I've given Fred the business in that room. He's able to clear it and get to a turnstile room. I feel like we're in the neighborhood of where the bow would be.
Probably nearby, but without him having the map, I'm not really sure. And I'm pretty sure I was looking at Fred's screen when Leslie grabbed the bow, so.
Yeah, okay, so it's not up here.
I think he was over to the left side, under what would be the N or the E, but...
Okay, that would make some sense, yeah. Meanwhile, Leslie is out of 6, and gonna continue to clear out Western DM, and we'll find... There it is. Leslie will find 4 here in about 2 screens, but Fred has bow, Fred has silvers, Fred is in go mode at this point.
Yeah, Fred just needs a Tringle that he can pick up, and he's got 5, 6, and 7. He knows where they all are. It's just a matter of which one he decides to go for. Which one he thinks is going to give the better item.
Yes.
And he's already got the item out of 7, so...
yeah, that and the other reason you do 7 at this point is 7 is 1 screen south of level 9. So unless 7 is horrible, it would be a good thing to do. And 4 is segmented on Leslie's side.
There he goes with 7.
Okay, we have not seen the map of 7, so we don't know how bad it is or how far we have to go. We have seen... we're about to see what 7 looks like.
It's a Space Invader.
That is another thick boy. So 7 and 8 look fairly similar. Let's see. Quick math on rooms. 28, 32, 34, 36. 36 rooms, so slightly more than 8. Or slightly less than 8.
Big lever. Yeah, that could be it too. Yeah.
All right, Fred has found the heart container. He already has the power bracelet out of the stair, so just looking for a Triforce at this point. Hoping it's here in this very easy Tektite room.
It's gonna move on. Yeah, just silver arrowing the orange Tektites. Good call.
He's got the money and he might as well, you're right.
Yeah. I like this comment that it's 7 is a big lever, and can you imagine if the people had decided that master levers or giga levers or something were going to be a thing?
Oof. So Mercs, one of our competitors in the tournament and stalwart in the Z1R community, mentioned the other day that he thinks levers look like coffee grinders. And now that he said that, I can't unsee it.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Okay.
And the funny thing is, I don't drink coffee, but
Oh, I do.
yeah. Now that I see it, it's like how the candle sprite in certain color palette schemes when it says the hash for a seed sometimes looks like the bottom of the candle sometimes looks like a toilet seat.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is one of those things again. Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. So.
And Fried Jedi, we have seen 6. It was I think both of our runners saw it.
Yeah, West DM. 4 is far West DM, where Leslie is now. I believe 6 is 3 screens east of that. But the combat in there was terrible, and both our runners decided to bail on 6.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back either. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 Triforces to get in here. Leslie's going to check the stair item here.
Oh.
Okay. Now that's something that'll help you close the gap.
Yes. Yes, please.
So no damage upgrades yet, really, other than, bow and whatever arrow you have. But quadruple defense? Yeah, I'd take that and run.
Mm-hmm. It looks like he's going to. There he goes. Grab the Triforce, and I don't think we'll see much of 4 again.
No. Now, if Leslie knew where 1 was, I think he'd make a beeline for it. And if I'm Leslie, that's rattling around in the back of my mind. We're 51 minutes in. I haven't seen level 1 yet. And I'm starting to get nervous that it's overworld blocked. We know it's not, but I would start fluting somewhere and cleaning up portions of the map I haven't seen because yeah, we know we need ladder, and 1 is statistically the most likely place it'll be.
And we know it can't be 9 because no important items in 9. And yeah.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The important items in 9 flag is off for this tournament flag set, which makes it a little easier to fit in terms of deciding what you need to dig and why.
There's our bait block, and it is totally useless on Fred's screen.
Yeah.
So
it usually is, but the times when it decides to be decisive are very funny, and those are ones where I would be very glad I'm not running the seat.
Yeah.
Now
I did during Hopla I played a seed just for funsies that I rolled that the very last screen before you got to the princess was the bait block.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
That was fun.
Okay, Leslie's going to check the south coast, and if you're rooting for Leslie, the good news here is that Fred has chosen to dig 7, and 7 is taking a while. The Triforce is not just sitting out free and easy. So if and there's multiple dig doggers in here. So
yeah,
if Leslie can get up to the Lost Hills and find 1 quickly, he can close the gap real quick. He's found mags, but I don't think we're getting that.
Nope. Still at least too short from being able to even try it. So, yeah,
Boy,
he's moving right on.
Boy, this Triforce in 7 is elusive. I feel like Fred has seen like 2/3 of the room already.
So, yeah, Fried Jedi, yeah, if important items in 9 is... if important items can be a 9, then yeah, you could be required to leave a dungeon. For example, if an item was Big Darker block that you needed to progress in 9. So 9 could be ladder blocked. But the ladder is blocked by a dig dogger that you have to go and get a recorder out of 9 for example. So it can lead to some interesting things like that, or it could just mean that it's going to be a raft, and you're just okay, yeah, it's just a raft. So there's no there in that sea. There might not be any dungeons blocked by it. So, yeah. Oh no, we were Tracy. We were saying that if important items are a 9. Or if important items could be a 9.
Yeah, but as you mentioned,
But that's not the case here.
Exactly. Leslie's now in 7. Now with bow and arrows, is going to be able to get the map here. Fred has seen like 90. There's the compass. And oh wow, it's in the far southeast corner, like a jerk.
Well, the magical sword won't be a 9 because the magical sword is always in one of the caves on the overworld. But yeah, white sword could be one of the items in 9.
Yeah, so the items we have not seen yet on either runner's side are white sword, wand, and any key. And in this flag, none of those are considered important items. So in this flag set, we have definitely seen seeds this tournament where the 2 items, as Leslie gets his power bracelet and Fred gets his 6th Triforce, we've definitely seen seeds where the 2 items in 9 were the white sword and wand, the 2 offensive A button, or the 2 offensive damage upgrades that would help you in a seed. And that just feels gross.
And yeah, I think you're right. There was a. Oh wait, was there a hint for the any key in the seed?
I don't remember seeing one. That I could have just missed it.
Yeah.
Oh hey, we have. No need to worry about the roar. We have an instant Ganon, or in this case, Zelda fight on Fred's side.
Yeah. So, and we did have our runners did mention, or our viewers did mention that they heard the roar as soon as they checked the room. So, yeah, not surprised at all there.
Well, we won't have to worry about listening for the roar of Ganon, or in this case, Zelda. So Fred has got the stun lock for now. Needs 15 hits of the wood sword. He's got it. Yep. Zelda is down, and now it's just a matter of finding the kidnapped.
And so what we are looking for as we move through is a room where there's only one shutter door, because we've already seen Ganon's room, that instantly opens despite enemies still being there. That will be our princess.
Okay, Fred is going to take this stair if it's a transport, and it is. If there's one thing that could hamper Fred in this level 9, it's a lack of it's bombs. There's a shutter door, but it did not open, so that pushes by virtue of the block there on the left.
So you're saying you don't think keys are going to be a problem?
Well, he's got an unlucky number of keys, but he has 4 fewer. That's a slight issue.
Hey, that's yeah.
3 now. I always find that weird when you go when you encounter a mugger who wants a specific number of keys, and then you go past that mugger to the next room. There's a key on the floor. Like, you could have just picked this up. Why are you asking me for keys?
Hey, they're not a mugger because they're industrious.
That's a really good point. If they were good at business, they'd be doing business stuff probably.
All right, go push the push block, and let's see what's behind door number next one.
Door number next. Yeah, that room above there could have been worth clearing. This is probably a stair, but Fred's not interested in clearing that. You could look for a compass, but you're just looking for that pop. Fred is going to clear this out mainly to get that shutter door on the right pop, which you can do safely here in the Chevy room above the moat.
And the darkness are just hanging out there in high map, and okay, it's another thing.
It's not as thick as 7 or 8. It looks like. I'm not doing the exact count because I don't know how long we're going to be in here. But it doesn't look as chunky as 7 or 8 did.
Well, see, Leslie's still making this progress through 7, taking down a Gliok. I didn't realize that we could call Leslie Gleeokbane in this seed.
Oh, I mean, he has shown no fear about going after Gleox. Okay, Fred is back in the western part of the map here.
Leslie picking up the Floor Heart and 7 is now mags eligible, for what it's worth. Well, I have a feeling that Fred's progress might be a little insurmountable at this point.
Well, hi Zelda. Why are you not in your room? Why are you not making this easy?
Right? Come on, you had one job.
Oh, there's Patra in a
could be a push block
back room. Yeah, that's not great.
Well, let's see. We got more room, and there's it. There it is. That's the room.
All right, so get your GGs in chat, everyone. That's the only way you can get in. Your GGs in chat for our race winner this evening, going to 2-0 in Swiss. It's Fred Coughlin with an official race time.gg time of 1 hour, 0 minutes, and 5 seconds. So just 5 seconds away from 1 hour flat.
GG Fred. That is just a few heart refills, so well done. Leslie is still making a little bit of progress, so it looks like he might go ahead and finish up at least part of the seed, or even the full seed, to get his time done, because I do understand there is some there is some consideration for time. Or the time difference.
Can be. It's like the third tiebreaker, I think, is average time difference. So not something that you just want to throw away if you can avoid it. Just in case, if it comes down to it, for making brackets or not. But obviously, if you're way behind, that's one thing. But Leslie with 5 Triforces, knowing he just needs ladder and really one other Triforce to be able to wrap this up, is going to go ahead and do these checks here. So I'd imagine Leslie doesn't think he's that far behind. We're working on getting Fred up here in chat here in a little bit to talk about the seed.
All right, so yeah, so looks like Fred seems to indicate he will probably join us here briefly. So be glad to have him around. And Leslie, of course, checks his second raft spot, finds it's a dud as well. So he's making a move on to some of the other checks now up near the coast. Hits, but he doesn't have money except for 2 of them.
Yeah, and I'm just now realizing that Leslie doesn't have the book Armos item then. If that still says, don't forget to check your notebooks. That's unfortunate, because he had enough money at one point to get the hints that would tell him where he needs to be. As we are joined in the booth by our race winner this evening, Fred Coughlin. Hi, Fred. GG's.
Thank you. Whew. That was a scary one there.
Yeah, talk us through that a little bit.
I mean, that 9 was scary just because it was like, okay, where the heck am I going? I have enough keys that I pretty much have the any key, but it's like, okay, which turn do I take? I don't know where Leslie Pro is. Leslie Pro is incredibly good. So therefore, it's where is it? Where is the kidnapped going to be? Especially after that beginning. And then it's just like, okay, Dark Nuts, please don't kill me. And get lucky, and apparently, finally, a door opened for me.
We did have a lot of Dark Nut-laden dungeons. One really bad Wizrobe dungeon, of course, that both you and Leslie both said, nah, not going to do it level 6.
Oh, yeah, no. As soon as, especially at that point, I had 6, at that point, we knew Death Mountain was on 4, because I had seen a hint for that. I had Triforces out of 1, 2, 3, 8, and I knew where 7 was. And I said, I'll peek. If I get a quick Triforce in here, great. And no, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I am done.
Yeah, can't say I blame you one bit. 4 was far northwestern Death Mountain, just south of 2Q9.
Yeah.
And 4 would have been nice for you if you wanted to dig it. Leslie did, and he got the red ring. But 2 things really set you apart, I think, in this seed. One is you found level 1, which Leslie is just finding right now.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and that ladder was in there, and that that got you silvers. The other thing that really helped you, that I don't know if Leslie just mismarked or something, but Leslie does not have, as you can see here on this screen, Leslie doesn't have the book as the Armos item from Death Armos, and you got that relatively early, and were able after finding.
No, that
Yeah, go
wasn't
ahead.
Armos. That was the white sword item.
Oh, that's right, the white sword item. That's right.
I don't remember. I think it was like north of Start or
Yes.
Vanilla
Yeah.
Start. But yeah, I mean that's the spot you could have missed at that point because you were hunting for a sword and running all around. Wouldn't have had bombs on the first pass, and then you found enough dungeons afterward. So, and those hints turned out to be really, really important there. Giving tell me exactly where that bow was, where ruled out levels 3 and 2. Just okay, go find a Triforce and get out immediately. All that type of stuff.
Yeah, finding one early and getting the ladder and getting those hints from the book, yeah, made your life a lot easier. This was not an easy seed by any means. As you said, the combat in a lot of the dungeons, given you were on wood sword, was kind of garbage, but you definitely made the best of it, and that information went a long way in that direction.
Yeah, those keys though, early though, especially level 1, it was like, okay, you're locked out. Oh, nope, you got 1 key. Okay, oh, now you're locked out. You got to take your pick. Oh, you get 1 key. Okay.
1 key, yeah.
They got you to the Triforce, but you didn't have enough to get past any of that to, to make any of the side picks. That's why I, immediately after getting the key in whatever next dungeon was, where I found a key and then got the Triforce, I actually did a save and reset. Make sure I had the thing, so that way if I went into 1 and dove and was fully planning to reset if I had gotten the heart instead of the ladder, and then save scum and take the other.
So noticing here, first of all, I'm noticing that level 1 is a Roadrunner.
Okay, yeah. Is it sunning itself? Because it seems to be posing sassily. Oh, there's the ladder. So, Fred, you don't know this, and yeah, Leslie's burning it, as I would too.
Yeah.
Fred, you don't know this, but we had to rely on chat to tell us that you got the ladder because your channel went to a commercial break when you were.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Dang it.
That happens. That happens to everybody.
Yeah.
Twitch is like that sometimes. But that was fun, and that makes sense. Well, there's the other item. Are you both going to burn it? Yes, you are.
Yes. Oh, now all he's got left is a heart from a stair.
Yeah.
Apart from a stair that's behind a key door, so he's not going to be spending the key to get that at that point.
Yeah, he sees the not a staircase and says bye-bye. Sort down a few Zols and make his way out to he's eligible for 9 now.
Yeah, and so he'll have to probably flute back to 7, go get silvers off the coast, and then dip into 9. But once he does, Fred, as you saw, instant Ganon. The minute you walked in, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, it was really cool when I stepped in at the very start of the seed, and I went over there and said, okay, well, how many Triforces do I need? And as I'm walking out of the room, I hear something here. Okay, well, this is going to be fun. And I was ready if I had to go take a save, quit back, and get my potion that I left behind on a take any early on. But in case the room ended up being bad, but thankfully
we had even talked about that.
bad.
And Leslie, I wonder if no, he hasn't. We've seen him with wood arrows. So yeah, he's stepping out now to go get his.
Just realized it.
Yeah. And the theme tonight being things we've all as runners done. That's definitely something we've all done. Gone into the Ganon fight, forgetting that we forgot to pick up silvers, and then firing our arrow when he's brown, and be like, "Wait, why didn't he die? Oh no!"
No. Or firing arrows when we have no arrows.
That has happened to all of us too at some point. All right, Leslie is going to. I don't know what he was looking for there. Maybe he mismarked something, but he's going to grab silvers here.
Might have been checking to see if there was a bomb shop there or not too, because with only 2 bombs, that can be a little scary.
Yeah, that was the one thing we were worried about with you after the Ganon fight was, you had the 13 keys until you saw the mugger, which was fun. Yeah. But if there was going to be anything that slowed you down at 9, it was going to be bombs. But you were able to you took 2 sets of stairs and worked your way around and found Zelda in relatively short order.
Yeah, I got really lucky on that in the end, but it was definitely a little nerve-wracking at the time because it was, let's just put it this way, it was a lot of stuff going on there. So
Yeah, and Violina23 in chat describing yet another one that we've all done before. Call me when you buy a blue ring when you have a red ring.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a restart.
Yep.
All right, instant stun lock. It's tougher to hold that stun lock on the right side there. But
Yeah.
Leslie's setting up shop there, and if he's able to get the rhythm down, there he goes. He's got the stun
Yeah.
lock.
Oh, he had it. So
Yeah,
good too.
Red ring makes this fight a lot less treacherous.
Yeah.
You know, Fred, you've done the fight on Green Tunic and Wood Sword a timer 50, so you're comfortable doing it. But it is objectively a challenge.
Oh, it's a scary fight regardless of room. I mean, lucky here in this situation having the empty black room, but some of the terrains can be really tricky. But Leslie was able to take that down, thankfully, nice and easy.
Okay, so this is a transport stair. If Leslie had more bombs, I'd wonder if he would try to bomb to the right. But yeah, I think he's just going to throw himself downstairs instead.
Yep. And Leslie also demonstrating that something that I didn't even realize this entire time is that fires would not have gone down to bombs or silvers or anything.
Nope, there are pains in the butt there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
Leslie's
there
about to get
is-
some bad news. Thinking hard, shoot the guy, and then he shoots you right back as you leave the room. Well, that guy's just great.
Now, plus side for Leslie is I think Leslie will end up back in the spiral room again in a minute. Might take on the dark nuts in the room north of it, but if Leslie takes out the spiral, I think that was where the map was. So that might help a little bit with some of the exploration here.
Yep. Yeah, that was.
Oh, no, it
one of the
wasn't
things-
here.
Yep.
It wasn't there, because actually there was the push block in that room, so it wasn't there.
Yeah, there was
It's
one of those
close.
that I remember.
Yeah. It's close by. Same reaction I had. Nope, I'm done with the, I'm not touching those dark nuts.
Okay, he's thinking about it. Now he realizes
Yeah.
he's got to push this block to go to the west. So yeah, but I think you're right. I think the map is maybe in that Chevy room just north of here.
Yep, that's exactly where it is now that you're saying that. Yep, that's where it is.
And this will be doubly good for him because these will give him bomb dropper chances. He's down to 2 bombs,
yeah.
which will help.
Exactly. This room was actually a godsend. I was like, okay, what's my count? I don't really know what my count is. That's fine. I'm just gonna keep stabbing them and hope I don't get a 5 and get a bomb somewhere. And I think I did, but.
And I don't know anywhere near where Leslie's count is, but he's not interested in that heart for sure.
Yeah, well, when you have 16 hearts for all intents and purposes, you can usually let it go a little bit. Oh yeah, there's that map.
Yeah.
Okay, now if Leslie and this is the path you took, but if Leslie takes this staircase here, that will spit him out just north of that first transport staircase. And then if he goes to the right from there, he'll wander right into Zelda's room, which is the only way you can get to her.
As far, yeah, I was gonna say you have to come in from the bottom there. Not sure if there's like if there would have been another staircase or something that could have gotten there, but yeah, so far it looks like it's a very similar 9.
Yeah, it actually is very. Seems y'all are following each other's tracks fairly well. And he's probably going to go for that key door. Yep. No interest in that fight.
I think he's going exactly room for room as you did, Fred, which is kind of cool.
There's Zelda's room that you also found.
Yep. And now it's just okay. What do we do to avoid things? Yep. There's still too many other open doors, so keep exploring.
Mhm.
So he's being careful. He's got the red ring, so he can be a little less careful if he wants to. But
I think he's
if he
probably
goes-
checking his map very
Yeah.
studiously.
That makes sense. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, if he goes right past this Patra, he's done.
Yeah, and he can just tank this Patra if he wants.
Being able to tank a, the spiral Patra, it can be tough because if you get to that middle there, you can get in trouble when it decides to switch over. But the expanding ones, it's really fun to just sit in the middle, and then because you're not gonna get hit. Leslie's ready. Nice potion.
Yep.
Yeah, didn't need it for the Ganon fight, but might as well use it here. Gonna sword this down. I'm guessing because he thinks this may be a transport stair.
That's certainly possible from what you're looking at here. There's a decent chance that with the way this level is constructed, that like if you need to get up to the top right, for example, you might need to do something like that.
Yep. And it was obstructing his path, so might as well take it down and clear the room.
Yep. Don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go!
Okay. Well, that happened.
Oh, it only spit him out one
hey.
room south. Great.
Oh, that worked out. Oh,
Yeah.
I marked that. Yeah, okay. I marked down that other staircase, but...
Cool.
All right, well, he's about to finish up right here and get the good news. So everybody get your GGs in chat for our second place finisher this evening. Leslie Pro with an official racetime.gg time, once he pops in here, of 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 36 seconds.
Yeah. GG, Leslie. Get your GGs. Yay. And, of course, GG to you, Fred. That was a very nicely played seed.
Thank you.
I
That's a great
certainly
race.
enjoyed being on this end of it.
That was a great race there with Leslie. Leslie's always a really strong competitor, so it's great to actually get to play. I don't think I've played Leslie that much actually, so it was actually really nice getting to play there.
Hey, GG, Leslie. Welcome.
Thanks, Diesel. GG, Fred. I thought I was playing this seed pretty well, as I only died twice and both was before Red Ring. Yet I look up at the hour mark, and you're just wrapping up.
Well, apparently I made a couple of minor differences. It sounds like after I got a key, after I had done my first dig in one, I found one kind of early, and then I made a dig in there, and I had one key after I got the Triforce, so I saved and went back and happened to find the ladder. So I had the ladder a lot earlier, and then I had the book. So I had hints about where some of the things were, and that just made me able to fly a bit once I was able to get to that point. So I think that was really the only major difference there.
Yeah, because if you had the ladder in 5, you would have had the map. I'm guessing that's where the book was.
Book was actually a white sword item. It was actually, I think, like north of Vanilla Start or something like that.
The one spot
screen...
I couldn't bomb because I ran out of bombs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's why
is
that
just
happened.
par for the course for my luck, really. Like,
And
I'll play
right
well,
in that
and then just
neighborhood,
have
Vanilla
some mishap, just say, nope, not today.
I know the feeling, yeah. And I'm not going to mention that was 4 hearts.
Well.
Yeah.
Ah, well.
Yeah.
Always
Well,
next time, as we say.
Exactly.
Yeah, you played really well, Leslie. You were hanging right with Fred. Just getting to 1 later than Fred, and the ladder happening to be in 1, really was kind of the main difference. You, as it turned out, you digging all 3 items out of 8 relatively early actually got you the bow before Fred. So that had the potential, if you were able to get the ladder, this would have been a neck and neck race. But it just so happened that ladder was in 1 and 1 was in a spot that's really easy to last location.
Yeah, especially with the enemy set coming off the any road on the screen above. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I took 1 look at that, and I'm like, nope, next any road.
Yep. And then it was like, okay, yep, there's the recorder. Okay, now I'm done with the any roads. I'm gonna leave that white sword for a while. I got lucky. I think what drove me up there was I dove at 7 swordless early on, and I think I only had a few bombs, and I was able to get the power bracelet out of there. So after I got my sword way too late in the game, because it took me like 3 tries trying to go for that letter screen before I got the wood sword, I then said, okay, well, let's route out all the power bracelet stuff up here in the Lost Hills, and I'll hit the waterfall while I'm done. And then, oh, look, level 1.
And I also want to appreciate or extend my appreciation to both of you for proving the commentator wrong once again. And I was sitting here saying, yeah, it's a great strat. You found the recorder, and you're going to go and check all your recorder spots because that's the wise thing to do. And then, no, actually, no. If you'd gone right back in and tried to get off the waterfall screen, you would have found level 1, would have found the ladder, silvers, all the other stuff that comes out of it. And in the meantime, I'm saying, oh yeah, this is the thing to do. And no, that's not.
Yeah, according to my map, I have my tracker open here. I don't think the power bracelet or the recorder blocked any dungeons.
No, they didn't, which was a surprise, really, because usually you get stuff like that early, and sometimes, and more often than not, I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, you'll have a dungeon that's blocked. This was not the case here, although that recorder certainly made Dig Dogger dispatching not a problem.
Oh, yeah. That was definitely nice to us. I mean, I don't remember the exact odds, but it's like one of those birthday paradox things that even though you don't have a single, even though, there's only 9 caves that are dungeoned, that you end up getting like nearly half the time or like 2/3 of the time a dungeon underneath a power bracelet or some form of blocks without
like
even having to worry about it.
Yeah, because as you reduce like the way the probabilities work, as you take away 1 for failure, you have fewer, but you also still have the same number of possible successes. Yeah. Math is weird like that sometimes.
It's good stuff though. I love it.
I love it, yeah, but I also don't like to try to calculate it in my head on stream.
That I'm gonna try. As I said, I just know it's usually like a good number of them are ones where you're gonna have at least 1 block just naturally. So.
Yeah.
Well, both you guys gave us a really good show this evening. Leslie, 115 in this flag set with everything you had to deal with is a very good time. This was really fun for both of us to watch. You guys put on a great show. Any other, Leslie, any other thoughts about the seed?
Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad I was able to put on a good show, and I was able to demonstrate that, yes, I'm starting to get into the flow of a screen scroll. I mean, not consistently yet, but I'm getting there.
Hey, that's awesome.
It's like with everything. It's practice.
Also
worth mentioning that I was watching and waiting for how the matchups were going to shake out in 2 other tournaments that Fred and I are both in at the same time, and I would have started laughing if we had both matched up in one of those tournaments this week, because that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, that would have been really funny if that had happened. It's still got a chance of happening here for some of the others, so looking forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great. And Leslie, I am with you 100% on screen scrolling. I am iffy at it. The new controller I have helps a lot, but yeah, that single frame tap is just yeah, it's very hard.
I only did my first intentional screen scrolling like this past summer, and I was giddy as a schoolgirl when I did it. Like, oh, what's up? But yeah, I'm
it's
still
hard.
iffy as well.
Yeah,
it's a technique.
There's a reason it's hard. Guys, any other final thoughts for us before we wrap this up?
No, just again, great race there, Leslie. Phenomenal getting to play you on this. Best of luck to you and the rest of the tourney here, and thank you for the full team here who ran this here. The 2 of you on commentary, Melchior behind the scenes tracking, and Smile Fires on the restream there. Thank you so much for this, and looking forward to more of the fun action.
Absolutely. I'm also looking forward to the rest of the tournament. GG's, Fred. It's always a delight to get to play the person who created the randomizer you're playing. It is always a fun delight, and this was definitely held true. Good luck rest of the tournament, and good luck in the other tournaments as well.
You too.
All right, GG's to both of you. This was a ton of fun. So looking forward to seeing who you get paired up with in week 3 and how this shakes out with the rest of the Swiss. Diesel, I think we definitely want to echo their thoughts on thanking Smilefires for doing the restream and Malkier
Absolutely.
doing the tracking, making us look like we know what we're doing, which we
Takes
greatly
a team to
appreciate.
pull these things off, and without Malkior or Smilefires doing this in the background, there wouldn't be a show. So absolutely, want to give them our thank yous, and of course, thank yous to all the viewers as well who give us something to do. Otherwise, we'd just be talking to ourselves up here.
Absolutely, and there will be over the course of the weekend there will be a bunch of uh, races in week 2 of the Swiss, including my race coming up on Sunday. But there'll be a bunch tomorrow and some on Sunday as well. The Wheel of Doom that will decide the week 3 pairings will be Sunday evening Eastern time, probably about 8:30, I would guess, like last week. But yeah, until then, there are a ton of compelling matchups coming up this weekend on the Speed Gaming family of networks and this channel right here. Yeah, Diesel, any final thoughts? This was a fun one. Thanks for hanging out with me and Malkier and Smilefires. This was fun.
Hey, it was a pleasure working with you, and I do mean it, Smilefires and Malkior. It was, I definitely appreciate both of your hard work to make sure that this was able to happen. And yeah, absolutely, BBQ. Be happy to work with you any other time. Should it come that
Same
way.
here. Same
And-
here. We always have fun when we get to call matches. So this is a lot of fun. So yeah, no, this is great. Everybody, if there are additional matches going on tonight, whether they're in the tournament or just regular pickup races in the community, you'll be able to find them all throughout Twitch. But until we see you next time, have a great evening and enjoy the Z1 randomizer action.
Indeed, everybody, stay safe, stay kind. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.